Hiya then folks, welcome to Boating on a Budget. I'm the Tight Yorkshireman.
And I'm Dawn.
Looks like somebody's pinched our window.
You did it yesterday.
Yeah, I took us window out yesterday. So we're just in the process of cleaning that up. And I've got a board to put on the inside. So I suppose we better crack on and do some work.
Yep.
First job then. Dawn's cleaning windows. Again. You love cleaning windows, don't you?
My favourite job.
And I found, as we dropped the ceiling down originally, we just bent this bracket a little bit. Whoops. So I'll just straighten this up very delicately. Once we've got this all cleaned, we can have a bash at getting it back in.
Guess what it's doing now? We've removed a window.
Raining. As well as taking the window out yesterday, I also made these up. The boards ready to go on, just the same as I'd done further down there. See, while you were working, I was actually doing something, love. I weren't just drinking coffee all day and tea and eating bacon sandwiches. Talking of which, have we got bacon for today?
Yeah, and sausage.
That's alright then. Sausage as well.
Yeah.
Right, so that's in line there. Obviously, I put these battens on in the right place. So fingers crossed when we cut the circle out, because obviously we need a circle cutting out, don't we?
I'll go do that.
Dawn's going to go and draw on the outside where the window opening is, so we can cut that out. I've also got screwed in place on the ceiling the battens for putting the pieces of wood on there. So we kind of got it prepped yesterday, and now the two of us are here, hopefully we can crack on. So fingers crossed, if I cut that circle out, that'll line up with that hole. All geared up then, ready to cut this out. We'll just say, only reason we're showing this again, because it's kind of repeating what we've already done, is we made a little bit of a mess at front ones, didn't we?
Yeah, that was funny.
It took quite a while. You've probably already seen that video, but it took quite a while and everything were in and out and out and in. So we're trying it in a slightly different technique this time, so we thought we'd show you what we're doing with, hopefully, the improved technique.
It goes to plan.
We'll see how that pays off then. But yeah, so I'll get geared up. If you want to go and stand out at way with brews, because last thing we want is sawdust in us brews. I think we probably just want a little bit off there, just doesn't seem to be quite right, so I'll just take that down, trim that up. Now the hole's cut out, Dawn's putting the butyl tape, the sealing tape on the outside, exactly the same as we did before. I'm going to drill the holes that we'll use to bolt this in, and I've cut the pieces that go on there to hold that in place, exactly the same as we did before. The different technique that we're going to use this time is, last time we pre-drilled all the holes and we ended up finding that we then couldn't get the screws and everything to line up. So this time we're just going to do them like one at a time. We'll drill a hole, put a nut and bolt in, so on and so forth all the way around. And that's going to work better, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're confident. So a few holes to drill. Fun stuff that, isn't it? It's like playing with Play-Doh.
It's good, isn't it?
my hands on that. You didn't tell me I got my hands on that.
Pal.
Why don't you put kettle back on? You're rubbish, you. I have kettle on all the time. I think we've got us technique then, love.
Yeah.
All we do is, I mark the butyl tape from the inside with the screw, so that Dawn knows where the hole is, and then she pushes the end of the screw through, and that just pulls out the bit of butyl tape where the hole's going. And then once we've got the window frame in, we can obviously drill through one at a time through the wood, nut and bolt up together. Why didn't we think of that on the other window?
I just did.
Oh yeah. Oh no, she's dropped a screw. This is a fun game, isn't it?
Yeah. Do it again.
Obviously got bolts from the inside to the outside, tightening the bottom frame up, and then we've got these angle pieces that come down and hold the top piece. And as we found with that first section, it is rock solid. So I just get a squirt of this on. This is just, I suppose, a bit of insurance really. You will also know we've painted the back of the boards this time. We didn't do that originally because they are hardwood boards and I didn't really think it needed it. But a few people did comment on the video saying, oh, shouldn't you have painted them? And in all honesty, I don't really know. But we've done it just on the off chance anyway. Last thing we want to be doing is having to rebuild it all in 6 months' time. So I think that's got that on. So I'll lift the board into place and we'll get it all bolted on and the cross braces in. Dawn's now on the most important job of the day. That's getting some wood for the log burner so we can have another brew. Maybe a sandwich. Oh? Oh.
What you lost? What you lost?
Well, so far this technique seems to be working better. We've not had any dramas yet. So we've got that in at the bottom nice and solid. Got these top corners in nice and solid. What's that happening there?
It's sausage.
Oh, lovely. This then is where the proof is in the pudding, as they say. So we'll now try and lift the window into place, lining the holes up, and then drill through right through the wood one at a time.
Yeah, I can see daylight.
And you'll get one on there then. Yeah. What's on it? Just tell me when it nips up to the wood. Well, that seems successful. Let's see how we continue. Right, doing this one down here. Happy days. That worked a lot better that time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Drilling the holes one at a time and having the board kind of held in place already made it much easier.
Yeah, of course it did.
There were no scratching heads halfway through and no stressing out.
No fighting with wood either.
Yeah. So that's got that in. Obviously the nuts and bolts are sticking out at the minute, but there is the original metal trim to go back on there. But that was held in with the pop rivets that originally held the window in. So I've got to come up with a little solution for how to hold that on. But keep me awake one night, won't it? Yeah. I'll suddenly have one of them inspirations. But yeah, that's got that in. All nicely nipped up. Butyl tape, it's all nicely nipped up on the outside. So we should have a good seal on there. So we'll move on to this one. Which, that one we're just taking out completely, aren't we?
Yeah.
Got the fireplaces going in there, so there didn't seem much point having a window, did there?
No.
Because we can't put curtains and things like that round it properly because it's too close to the fire. And we've got loads of other windows, haven't we?
Yeah. It's not like we're going to miss out on light, is it?
No, there's plenty there. So
yeah.
So yeah, we'll whip that one out and board over that one, like we've just done this one. This is like having a side hatch, you know, like one of them cafe boats. Now there's an idea. Well, that's got these two done on this side, which went a lot better than doing the front two, didn't it?
Absolutely.
I think we're, obviously as it says on the shirts and on the videos, we're winging it, aren't we? And I think it's definitely a case of the first ones were the learning curve, and we've now got a better technique for doing these. So
yeah, it's a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah. So these ones have actually, to hold this boarding, because obviously we'll put one of the outer boards like we've done down there on the top, but to hold these in for now, instead of putting those little bits of wood on like I did the first time, I thought I've just countersunk the holes that were for the window frame, put a nut and bolt through to hold this this inner boarding, and that seems to have worked a bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There were a bit more control and we were able to nip it up nicely. So again, we've learned what to do on that one. So now we've got these two done, which is kind of the bathroom and then boarded up the window by the log burner. We now want to do the same on the other side so we can keep working down the boat. And other than getting his canoe out and working off the canoe at the other side, I think the most logical thing to do is
spin it round.
Spin it round.
we will leave you with a few pictures of how it all looked at the end of the day. See you all soon, folks. Bye bye.